Hello everyone and welcome. Simon here from the Wells of Wall Street. We're going straight into this one. This is Klever KLV on the exchange. So guys, let's take a look at some really awesome updates we've seen from this project. It's quite a new one for us. It's one that was actually recommended by a community member on our Twitter platform. So thank you very much for that. We've downloaded it, we've got it staking. Absolutely love the application. I love looking at the future roadmap and the projects that are coming out with it as well. And guys, if you haven't downloaded the app and you want to try it out, we do in our description below of this video have a link to the app download as well as a referral code. So if you want to help the channel out, please go ahead and do that. It doesn't cost you anything in that sense. It's just a nice referral, and we obviously helps contribute towards our channel. So thank you if you go ahead and do that. But if like I said, if you haven't downloaded it, go and check it out because it's absolutely fantastic. It's such an easy platform in my opinion, and sometimes I find apps really difficult. I'm just one of those people now. Maybe it's age creeping up or something. I have no idea. But I'm finding the whole application really easy to use, and I'm loving the staking as well. Currently, for myself, I'm not sure what it is right now if you were a new staker, but it is around 16% at the moment. And what we'll do in a few days' time, like we did with the Proton XPR videos, we'll do a staking video as well, show you how to do that. So you do need TRX, the Tron tokens, or certainly a small bag of it in your Klever account. That helps with kind of the transfers of Klever from other exchanges, but also it helps with the staking as well. So there are small fees using the TRX token when you're unstaking or staking. It's very minimal, but you still need to have a bag in there. But we can cover all of that in a few days' time. That's not a problem at all. So let's go straight into this news update here. This is absolutely fantastic. So Polygon, obviously Matic's absolutely giant program, and BSC, so that's Binance Smart Chain, are now allowing essentially the integration of the dApps elements into the Klever browser, the Klever Wallet browser. So it's just adding another layer of absolutely phenomenal features and user experience, in my opinion. It's absolutely fantastic. So of course that gives access to multiple features, as it mentions here, the likes of Polygon through the DEX, the games, the NFTs, all of these really cool things. And of course Binance Smart Chain is quite mostly one of the newer ones in theory, but of course a lot of projects now utilize BSC just from the speed of it, but also the usability. And it's a very big launchpad kind of platform now as well. So as well as many other things, of course, as it mentions here, like PancakeSwap, Uniswap, all of these kind of things, it's very much like competing with that. So to have that integrated with the likes of Klever is absolutely fantastic. It's a great move in the right direction, in my opinion. And of course around Web3 as well. So the Klever wallet, having all the aspects that Web3 stands for integrated already. This is the crazy thing. It's almost like it's gone back in history and gone, right, what have projects or crypto companies done that we want to improve upon and bring out a better solution? And that's kind of what I feel they've done. And it's almost like now some of the other chains or some of the other wallets and things really need to up their game, because they'll fall behind so quickly in this space. People just demand more and more. It's the same like any products and services in the real world, of course. Like you expect more and more every time. If you see an upgrade or a company that's similar, you think, right, well, what makes this one better? So it's absolutely phenomenal what these guys are doing at Klever. And this integration is taking it to another level in my opinion. So fair play to this. It's a new piece of article here from the last 24 hours, so it's relatively, it's been on the cards. And like we said with the roadmap, if you haven't seen the intro video to Klever, we'll leave a link to that at the end of this one for sure. But we do cover a few things, and this was definitely in the roadmap, and they've again achieved another milestone, and probably quicker than they thought they would as well. So hats off to these guys. The other bit of information here, of course, around the exchange, which we mentioned about that being launched properly soon. So on Google Play, you can get this now. The iOS one is very soon. I think it's maybe in the next few weeks, to be honest. And of course the browser as well. We've had a few sneak peeks here, so this is really interesting. So this user here has posted a nice image here of the visual of the exchange from a browser by the looks of it, using a Mac, I think. So the community is building, the engagement is building, and I just think, like I said, if you haven't downloaded the app, go and check it out. It's really, really cool, and just nice usability. I just love it. Nice interface, and that's what I want to see with these kind of things, especially new users, like, or people new to crypto. Don't overcomplicate things, and these guys have got it spot on, in my opinion. So I'm really impressed by it. But that's just my opinion. Go and make your own. Let us know in the comments below if you're holding KLV, or if you are indeed in the process of downloading or have downloaded the app, what you think of it. Let us know your thoughts below. But I'm really excited about this project, especially in the short term as well as the long term, and I'm sure it will affect the price moving forward as well. And on that point, actually, let's go into the chart. If you are finding this video interesting, please smash that like button. Of course, if you have not done so already, or you're new to the channel, make sure you press that subscribe button, because hopefully you're enjoying it. We love doing these videos. And also get involved in the community page on YouTube as well. So we are starting the lineup for the episode 2 of the People's Crypto this Saturday, due to the success of last week's one and the response level. So we're happy to do that again. We've learned so much of it, and now I've got even more intro videos to do for new assets that I didn't know about, or perhaps umming and ahhing about. So guys, thank you for the extra work with the extremely limited time that I already have, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the content, and that's what we're here for. We want to entertain you guys, but also hopefully everyone learns things, and vice versa. I'm more than happy to be learning stuff. So thank you very much for the support and the integration and the engagement with you guys. We absolutely love it. So let's go and look at KLV now on the KuCoin data here. We did have a couple of buy opportunities down here, and I think I have to check my KuCoin, but that looks like we might have hit one of them, just floating around just above that 3 cent level. So let's just see how far down we came. So the lowest we came down, yep, we definitely would have hit that one, that's for sure. So that's great. We had this extra buy opportunity down here. The reason we put that in is not because we don't believe in the project, and of course we had this big launch status here. In my opinion, this gap is phenomenally too big, to the point where we have no history of support mechanism here. So I did anticipate that we might come a bit lower, just in case, and we drew in these blue areas, if you remember previously, about really key opportunities where we might hit a drop down. So actually, if you take it from that top level up here, was the previous all-time high, which is around 17 cents. So actually, in this run that the rest of this year, there's a possibility that we might track back up to that and try and find some new discovery lines. So there's a good opportunity for that. But this kind of marks around that 89% reduction. I think that's quite heavy, but certainly if you look here, from that point, we've hit the very top end so far of 80. So why wouldn't we possibly come down to 90? Anything is possible. Again, that's not saying that KLV is a terrible coin or a terrible exchange or anything like this. It's just pure interest, in the sense that we've just shot straight through. We have no support lines. So we're now in a discovery area of what is our support line. And as you can see, we've touched upon some areas, and this is a really interesting area right now, because we've had a couple of chances around here. So if you go back to the 20th, 21st of July, this is generally how the market was going, to be fair. If you think about it, the market in general, everywhere, was going in this shape. So this could be actually just traditionally normal. It might not just be because of this. So it's really interesting analysis to bring out to the table here. There's a conversation piece, in my opinion. But let's just take this as an example. As we hit this 21st July, we had a bit of a take back up, but then into the beginning of August, we floated back down to pretty much where we are right now. Then we had some good improvements, and this really probably came from all the different announcements, the community engagement, etc., especially around here with some nice launches on the platform. Of course, some profit taking was pretty natural, and I'm not angry with this area. This is pretty normal. This downward trend here is what we drew in the last video, if you remember, all the way from the top, and we're pretty much, actually, even with the last week or so, without doing the video on this, we're pretty much bang in line with this kind of potential line down, which is why we drew this in the first place, and thought, well, actually, what's to stop us from coming down? I'm sure we might have some wavy patterns down, but I just think we need to find some level of support, like urgently. before we start going all the way back to the bottom and then tailing up. So this area, as I said, is really interesting because we've had a couple of opportunities. 20th, 21st July, it tried to, it rejected. We've gone back down to here, it's rejected this level of around 3.4 cents. We had the nice tail up, and now we're back down here again. And this is the intriguing part to me, because there's a few here. 21st, well, actually, to be fair, you could argue quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of 8 days have tested this line here at 3.5 cents, of which we retaliated well on the 22nd. We grew back up to nearly 4 cents actually, but retaliated back down. Mainly again, probably profit taking and just the bearish momentum. But there's some key indicators here. I think, guys, if we can get a close over the next few days on this 3.5 line, just over it, we could start thinking that this is a potential support line, and we might start tracking back up to that 4 cents. But this is why I'm wary, because this today obviously hasn't finished the close yet, but I'm really intrigued to know where we may close on this day. So as I said, we're at 3.4 cents right now, but we need to try and close at 3.5. Is that going to happen today? It looks a bit unlikely, but we'll have to see. But it's about keeping stability at this level. We do not want to lose that line. And if we just have a quick look at this MACD down here, another piece of interesting information here is the histogram started tailing off, but it started picking up again. So we need to just be cautious, okay? This isn't always hype videos, and I don't like hype videos. I want to be realistic. And I always see opportunities in both spectrums. This isn't a bad thing. These is for people who want to get involved in KLV and want to get some good prices. It's fantastic. The RSI is very much at one of the lowest points. Yes, it could come down lower, potentially maybe 35 is probably what I'm looking at personally. But we're sat around 38, so it's not far off. It might be worth a bit of patience waiting to see if we hit this level again, or maybe even lower, before we take up. So in my opinion, it's a perfect opportunity, not financial advice, but a perfect opportunity to accumulate this right now, get involved in the staking, whether it be for short term or long term. And just think how big this exchange will be in a few years' time, and how much KLV you could have accumulated. There's nothing to say that the KLV token itself could be something like the KCS or the Crow token or anything like this. In fact, it's hit similar prices to Crow this year, as you see in the 17 cents all-time high after the launch. So anything's possible. But I'm just thinking in a few years' time, as adoption keeps occurring, the usability, friendliness of the app is a real bonus, in my opinion. And I think more and more people get aware of it, the more and more people jump on it for sure. The MACD has had a narrowing aspect, but you can just about see this gap widening a bit. So there's a slight indication. I just feel like it's coming a bit further down, you know. And that's, again, a point where I've got this buy order in, and I managed to achieve that. Will I put it in again? No, I'll probably put it in a bit lower to test the water, just under the 3 cents, in my opinion. And maybe just around that sort of 2.7 cents. Something to consider. Not financial advice, not saying you should or shouldn't do anything, but that's what I'm going to be doing. And we'll see how that plays out. And I do think we need to have this kind of support mechanism before we push up, as I mentioned. Otherwise, what we'll do is we'll just pull up here again, and it'll just keep dragging itself back down until we find and confirm an area. So guys, it's probably not the hype that you wanted to hear. Like I said, it's not saying that this is a terrible coin or asset. I own the app, I own KLV, I'm staking. I'm in it for the long run for sure now. I truly believe in it, just from what I've seen, what I did in the intro video, and what people out there have told me as well. So, but we'll of course hype it when it rises. Of course we will. But you know, it's a good hype sense that we know where we've been. Okay, let's start from this good area and say, like, this is an area of achievement for us to accumulate. That's how I see it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. What you think, and what do you think the price might be at the end of this year? I'm really interested. Let's shout some of those out in the staking video when we look at the chart quick. But also we'll start labeling them on the sheet, and whoever gets closest is in the chance to win a ledger at the end of this year as well. So guys, we're going to wrap up there. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in KLV on the moon. Take care, and bye bye.